Hello friends. Friends, today we'll be discussing about the Honorable Supreme Court's interim directions which have been issued in respect of private employers in so far as their liability to pay their respective employees for the period of lockdown, irrespective of whether or not they had discharged their functions in such establishment, uh, is concerned. Friends, there is an order, interim order by the Honorable Supreme Court, which has been passed in Ficus Pax Private Limited and others versus Union of India. This is writ petition number 10983 of 2020, in which some interim directions have been issued by the Honorable Supreme Court of India as far as the payment of wages to the workmen whilst the lockdown was in operation is concerned. Now, friends, in order to first of all understand the situation, we will have to also go through the three orders which have been passed by the government of India from time to time. As we all know, once the country went into the lockdown, there was huge pressure on the industries because a lot of them had to be shut down intermittently, temporarily. Uh, the question which was involved was as to whether the employees who were workmen in such companies or factories or establishments, whether they could be simply ignored by such establishments or by their employers, or were the employers under a duty to pay their workmen, to pay such employees for all the duration of lockdown. Now, the first letter is the DO letter which has been issued by the Ministry of Labour and Employment, which is dated March 2020. I'll just go through this letter and share it in the description as well. The letter reads like this: Dear Chief Secretaries, the world is facing a catastrophic situation due to outbreak of COVID-19, and in order to combat this challenge, coordinated joint efforts of all sections of the society is required. In view of the above, there may be incidents that the employers or workers' services are dispensed with on the pretext or the employee slash worker are forced to go on leave without wage slash salaries. In the backdrop of such challenging situation, all the employers of public slash private establishments may be advised to extend their coordination by not terminating their employees, particularly casual or contractual workers, from the job or reduce their wages. If any worker takes leave, he should be deemed to be on duty without any consequential deduction in wages for this period. Further, if the place of employment is to be made non-operational due to COVID-19, the employees of such unit will be deemed to be on duty. The termination of employee from the job or reduction in wages in this scenario would further deepen the crisis and will not only weaken the financial condition of the employee but also hamper their morale to combat their fight with this epidemic. In view of this, you are requested to issue necessary advisory to the employers slash owners of all the establishments in the state. Now, this is worth a mention that this letter has been issued by Mr. Hiralal Samaria, IAS, Secretary to Government of India under Ministry of Labour and Employment, and has been addressed to all the Chief Secretaries of states as well as all the Union territories in India. Subsequently, now, taking a cue from this letter, the Ministry of Home Affairs issued another letter which is dated March 29, 2020, and it is in the form of an order. It is in the form of an order, and it obviously mentions in subpara 3 that all the employers, be it in the industry or in the shops and commercial establishments, shall make payment of wages of their workers at their workplaces on the due date without any deduction for the period their establishments are under closure during the lockdown. So this order categorically meant that no deductions of salaries or wages could be made by the employers. So this is it. Now, this is the 29th of March 2020 order, which categorically stated that the employers will not be permitted to deduct the salaries and wages of their respective employees or laborers, whether they be on public, whether it be a public owned establishment or a private establishment. Now the next letter is letter dated 17th of May 2020, which is also issued by the Ministry of Home Affairs, in which in recital paragraphs, third paragraph, the letter reads, whereas save as otherwise provided in the guidelines annexed to this order, all orders issued by the NEC, NEC would mean committee, it's a National Executive Committee. So it says, whereas save as otherwise provided in the guidelines annexed to this order, all orders issued by the NEC under section 2 subsection under section 10 subsection 2 subsection L of the Disaster Management Act 2005 shall cease to have effect with effect from 18th of May 2020. Now it is very important for us to go through section 10 subsection 2 subsection L. Section 10 says that National Executive Committee shall assist the national authority in discharge of its functions and have the responsibility for implementing the policies and plans of the national authority and ensure the compliance of directions issued by the central government for the purpose of disaster management in the country. Subsection 2 says, without prejudice to the generality of the provision contained in subsection 1, the National Executive Committee may. Now we come to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Lay down guidelines for or give directions to the concerned ministries or departments of the Government of India, the state governments and the state authorities regarding measures to be taken by them in response to any threatening disaster situation or disaster. So perhaps this was the very section which had been put into operation by the Ministry of Home Affairs while issuing those directions to the chief secretaries of the various states and in passing the order stating that the employees or the workmen or the laborers shall continue to receive the wages and their salaries in the same manner as they were doing, irrespective of the fact whether or not the establishments or factories or companies had been temporarily shut down because of the lockdown or not. So now the Honorable Supreme Court, we come back to the this judgment, this case of Ficus Pax Private Limited and others versus Union of India and others. The Honorable Supreme Court now has a question to adjudicate upon, which is that we all know that with effect from 29th of March 2020, these orders had been made operational, and with effect from 18th of May 2020, these orders had been withdrawn by the Ministry of Home Affairs. So, but what would happen for the intervening period, that is from March 29, 2020 till 18th of May 2020, during this intervening period, what would be the fate if certain establishments have or have not been able to pay to their respective workmen or employees wages in accordance with the 29th of March orders of the Ministry of Home Affairs, which was then operational. So this is the question which is up for consideration before the Honorable Supreme Court. So the question particularly, it has the matter is still pending, matter is still sub judice. It is fixed for some date in July 2020. However, the Honorable Supreme Court has issued certain interim directions as on today. Directions which have been issued by the Supreme Court is that the private establishment, industries, employers who are willing to enter into negotiation and settlement with the workers/employees regarding payment of wages for 50 days or for any other period as applicable in any particular state during which their industrial establishment was closed down due to lockdown may initiate a process of negotiation with their employees organization and enter into a settlement with them, and if they are unable to settle by themselves, submit a request to concerned labor authorities who are entrusted with the obligation under the different statute to conciliate the dispute between the parties, who on receiving such request may call the concerned employees trade union, workers association, workers to appear on a date for negotiation, conciliation and settlement. In the event of a settlement is arrived at, that may be acted upon by the employers and workers irrespective of the order dated 29th of March 2020 issued by the Government of India. So therefore now, to a certain extent, these orders dated 29th of March 2020, which had mandated that the employees shall not make any deductions from the wages or the salaries of their respective employees, these orders stand diluted to some extent by virtue of these interim directions which have been passed by the Honorable Supreme Court. It says that in case any settlement is received, any conciliation or negotiation is done between the worker organizations, worker associations, and the establishments, then they are at liberty to, act upon such negotiations or conciliation or settlement as if these orders dated March 29, 2020 had not been passed by the Ministry of Home Affairs. So these interim directions hold good even in case of such establishments, industries or factories which were working during the lockdown period, although not to their capacity. So therefore, now we have a situation where even such establishments which were functional, operational and working during the lockdown period but may not have been working to their full capacity, even they can take such steps to get into negotiations and settle the matter between the labor organizations, the workmen organizations and the establishments.